Hello, I'm Mary Lohman, and this is Mondays with Mary. Well, happy Labor Day. I hope you're enjoying some time away from your regular duties and labors. And since we're talking about labor and work and jobs, do you know the difference in your job and in your work? For a Christ follower, there is a difference. Your job is what you do day in and day out to bring in some kind of income or compensation. It's the duties you perform, most often for an employer, but sometimes self-employed, so that you receive some compensation. Your work, on the other hand, is what God has designed you to do. It's your purpose for being here, what you are uniquely created to do. In Ephesians 2:10, we read, "We are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Those works that God has prepared uniquely for you, that is your work. Now, it's important to understand the difference, because if you get that confused, if it's not clear, you can find yourself in a lot of disappointment. For example, you can start to expect your job to fulfill you. If you mistake your job for your work, you'll start to look to the workplace to find meaning and purpose in your life. And that could put you on a wild goose chase, really, to find that perfect job, which I can tell you from experience leads nowhere except to frustration and disappointment. And if you ever did land the job that you thought was perfect, what would happen when you lost the job? It would be very crushing, right? So as Christians in the workplace, we need a biblical perspective of our jobs. And as a Christian, let me ask you, is it essential for you to have a job which is personally fulfilling? Is that your right? Is that your highest priority? Now, it's certainly not wrong to prepare yourself for the career that you want, and that job can indeed be at least part of the work God put you here to do. So it should be prayerfully decided when you looking for a new job or a new career. Take it very much in prayer to the Lord. I think of a friend who has a successful career as a patent attorney in a very highly specialized field. And she loves the job, and she does a really good job there. But her work is to show the love of Jesus to everyone that she works with. And she does that. She's intentional about doing it every day. So her job is fulfilling because she loves the job, and it's her work as well. On the other hand, you may be able to say, my job is not terribly fulfilling, but my life is fulfilled because I know the work God's given me to do, and that completes my life and gives me meaningful activity. I think of a woman who took a very monotonous, repetitive job in a factory, which did not utilize her college education or her skills, but she turned that job into God's work as she began to really care for her coworkers and let them know that she was praying for them. They started to come to her with their needs and ask her to pray for them. And eventually she led some of those coworkers to saving faith. So that job gave her the opportunity to do her work for God. So on this Labor Day, let me encourage you with this wonderful verse from 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. Happy Labor Day.